TikTok is under fire again. This week, FCC Commissioner Brendan Carr issued a call for Apple and Google to remove the app from their stores.
That's right. In a tweet posted Tuesday, Carr accuses TikTok of housing and accessing users' personal data and their locations from TikTok's company sites in China.
CBS News tech reporter Dan Patterson joins us now for more on this. Dan, welcome. Always good to see you. What are the biggest concerns the FCC commissioner claims TikTok is doing to misuse the app?
Well, he claims that TikTok is kind of hoovering up a ton of personal data, that it is effectively a surveillance tool. And he enumerated a long list of past grievances and alleged malfeasance by TikTok. What he didn't do is give specifics to this allegation that it's a surveillance tool. We know a lot of technical information about TikTok and what their capabilities might do, but that isn't what they are doing.
You know, as a parent to someone who is on TikTok a lot, my child is very fond of TikTok, alarmingly so. Hearing this news certainly does not, reassure me. Is this danger when it comes to the data and the location issue? Is it a personal danger or is it more of a collective danger?
Well, Tanya, it's really hard to say without having that specific information. However, I think it could be both and neither. Okay. So both because, look, we're seeing with the Supreme Court's ruling about abortion that there can be very specific personal dangers when it comes to data and social media apps. Remember, none of that information, if you use any type of health app, is protected by HIPAA. And the same is true with TikTok. Any information you put into that is not necessarily safe and secure. It could be benign and boring, so that means, generally it's pretty fine. But from a broad perspective, being able to aggregate all of that data is not just very useful for social media companies. We saw how Facebook uses data, but it can be potentially pretty dangerous if used by an adversary.
I wish there was a way to turn it off, right? That you could use TikTok, but turn off your location stuff.
If only. Right.
Yeah.
Dan, are there any companies that were granted legal access, to user data and locations for mobile devices? If so, what were they?
Well, yes and no. It's really hard to answer that question because it's huge. Look, think about the Eulas that we sign, these end-user license agreements. Every time you register for a new piece of software or service, you have to sign a long list of text that says, I agree to a bunch of stuff that I have no idea what I'm agreeing to. That stuff is potentially very legal and grants access to all kinds of information that we just don't know about.
Oh, it's so yucky hearing this. But of course, this is not the first time we've heard this, right? Companies like Uber had similar issues in the past for improper access and use of users' location and data. I mean, those issues have since been fixed, and Uber obviously is still available. But what other actions could Apple and Google take instead of just removing TikTok from their stores?
Well, they could remove it, but it's not likely. Look, this is the fastest growing, hottest social media app, maybe in history. It's certainly the most popular right now, at least here in the United States. And it's unlikely that without some sort of regulation or legislation changed by Congress that Apple or Google will change. And I don't necessarily know that there would be a reason for them to change unless TikTok says, hey, we're making dramatic changes. Right. I don't see that TikTok would change either.
I always wonder this. How effective really is the two-factor authentication?
Very effective.
It is effective, yes. Because I can't always remember the code. But in a situation like this, or if you have a teenager or a child, a younger person on it, does it help?
Yeah, if you're getting phished or hacked, two-factor authentication is incredibly important.
All right. Well, Dan Patterson, thank you so much. Can't say it's reassuring learning all this about this app that my child spends a lot of time on, but thank you for letting us know.
It's great to see you.